All right, let's start our work on ThinkCentral lesson 3.5 for homework. First problem, we're asked to simplify this, which is basically multiplication. So this lesson is going to be all about the slash and the dash. The slash is when you simplify the numerator and denominator on the diagonal. And you can see here that in this problem, 80 and 8 have a common denominator, a common factor of 8, so we can divide both of those by 8. And if we do that, it simplifies the equation way down. So you end up with 3 times 10, and then 1 times 1. So that turns into 30 over 1, which is 30. So 3/8 of 80 is 30. Again, we got the slash dash, but this time it's a double slash dash, so we have common factors on both numerator and denominator both ways. So 13, this is one of the odd facts, but 13 divided by 13 is 1, and 52 divided by 13 is 4. So that this actually is simplified. 52 is a number that most people don't realize has a factor of 13. 11 and 33 has a factor of 11, so that's 1 and 3. So this turns into 1 on the numerator and 12 on the denominator. So 11 52nds of 13 33rds. It simplifies down to 1/12. Another double slash dash, we see that 8 and 16 have a common factor of 8, so I divide 8 by 8 to get 1, and 16 by 8 to get 2, and 5 by 5 to get 1, and 25 divided by 5 is 5. So you end up with a problem that is much easier to solve. 1 times 1 over 2 times 5. So that answer is going to be 1/10. So 5/16 of 8/25 is 1/10. For problem number 7, they're asking us to find out which fractions are not equivalent. So we're going to have to make them equivalent with a common denominator. So let's just use 1/7 as a common lowest terms. So if I divide 4 by 4, I get 1, and 26 by 4, I get 6. So 1/6 is not equivalent to 1/7. That's out. If I divide numerator and denominator by 8, I get 1/7. So this is an equivalent fraction. If I divide both of these by 7, I get 1/7, so that is equivalent. If I divide both of these by 20, divide that by 20 and that by 20, I get 1/7, so that's equivalent. And if I divide 4 and 8 both by 4, I get 1/7, so that's equivalent. And then divide 10 and 70 by 10, I get 1/7. So all these are equivalent to 1/7, with the exception of B. B is not equivalent to 1/7. So the strategy on this is to do the double rainbow. In the Fireside Ski Shop, 14/18 of the jackets have zippers. So I've done 14/18 here. Of, you know that of means times, so I've made a multiplication product sentence here. 6/7 have hoods. What fractions of the shop have zippers and hoods? So you're going to multiply 14/18 by 6/7, and that's your equation there. Now we look for the slash dash, and I see that here. I see 6 will go into 6 one time, 6 will go into 18 3 times, 7 will go into 7 one time, and 7 will go into 14 2 times. So the problem is much simple. 2 times 1 over 3 times 1, and that is 2/3. So our answer is 2/3 of the jackets have both zippers and hoods. So Puzzle Penguin was having a little math trouble again. He's multiplying 5/42 times 6/7. Well, right off the bat, I can see that he has simplified the denominators, and you cannot do just simplification of the denominators. Remember, it's what you do to the top, you do to the bottom, not what you do to the bottom, you do to the bottom. So his mistake is that he divided two numbers in the denominator by a common factor. To simplify, you must divide a number in the numerator and denominator by a common factor. So the correct answer should be, so I write that problem, I'm going to simplify these. So I'm going to divide that by 6 to get 1, that by 6 to get 7. So the answer should be 5 times 1 and 7 times 7. So the answer should be 5/49. And our final problem, we're just simplifying. So you have 4/45 times 5/18. So you have 5/18 there. Of means times. 4/45 play the position. What fraction of the team what fraction of the players on the team are blank. So it is a simplification. I'm going to do a double slash here. 4/45 times 5/18. These two numbers have a common denominator of 5, so I'm going to divide that by 5 and that by 5, and these two numbers have a common denominator of 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 18 divided by 2 is 9. So we end up with 2 times 1, which is 2, over 9 times 9, which is 81. So 2/81 of the team.